Hello, I'm Brienne. I'm going to talk a little bit tonight about headaches. And this is kind of close to my heart because this really was the reason, at least one of the main reasons. This and sleep were the two reasons that I first got my premium kit. And being pregnant, I'm now 36 weeks, and I knew I wasn't going to be able to take migraine medication. And this is my fourth pregnancy, and with two of my pregnancies, I really have had terrible, terrible migraines that I believe are just hormone related. So worse in the first trimester, and they kind of get better as my pregnancy progresses. But I'm going to talk a little bit about what works for me. But first, I'm going to just take right out of this. It's Essential Oils Pocketbook Reference. If you are currently oiling and you do not have this, it's an amazing, amazing resource. It's like the Essential Oils Bible. Anything, tons of different ailments in here, what oils work for what. Also, each individual oil is listed in here and what they can be used for. So we'll talk about just regular headaches first. And it says in here, as far as the single oils, you can use clove, copaiba, eucalyptus blue, German chamomile, Roman chamomile, lavender, myrrh, peppermint, rosemary, spearmint, valerian, and wintergreen. And we also have blends in Young Living, which is a bunch of different oils mixed together for specific ailments. And those would include Brain Power, Clarity, Deep Relief, M-Grain, Panaway, Stress Away, Relieve It, RC, Raven, and Tranquil. And also in here, another reason that this book is really helpful is that I know you can't read it, but there's actual like headache recipes in here that you can use. Every person is different, so what works for me may not work for you and vice versa. So those I've found really helpful just in treating numerous things and just being able to try different things to see what works for me, what works for my kids, and everyone else in my family. So as far as the migraines go, it says in here that basil, copaiba, eucalyptus, German chamomile, lavender, marjoram, peppermint, rosemary, and wintergreen, and the blends are exactly the same. So that's what it says in here. And this also goes on to talk about sinus headaches, stress-related headaches, tension headaches. So there's a really great graphic that I think that we'll be putting up tonight as well for you to see all of the different things that can work for different types of headaches. But what works for me, I always start with peppermint first, and this has been very, very, very helpful for me. With the peppermint, you do want to make sure to dilute it. And if you're not familiar with the oils, just right on the back here, it will tell you how to dilute that as far as, safety for your skin. I always say if you're using it on little ones, you want to dilute it obviously more, maybe twice as much as what the label says. If you have sensitive skin, I always say when in doubt, dilute it more. For me, I always start with the dilution on the bottle. And then if I really want to pack a powerful punch, especially with the peppermint, I won't dilute it as much. So when I am starting with a headache, I always start with my carrier oil here. I just keep it in one of these dropper bottles. You can get these on Amazon for really super inexpensive, very inexpensive. Start with 4 drops because that's what it says on the bottle. I use a grapeseed oil or an avocado oil. I just like the way that feels on my skin better. You can kind of use whatever you want. And then 1 drop of the peppermint. And it wasn't coming out earlier. There you go. 1 drop. And I always mix it like this, right in my hand. Put it right on my temples, on each side. Put it at the base of my skull, right like that, right kind of where your hairline is. Across my forehead. And then if I feel like there's some tension in my shoulders, a lot of times I'll have tension in here that runs up my head and comes around. So I'll even put that peppermint here. And I always start with that. I also use this on the roof of my mouth as well. So you would obviously want to dilute it if you're going to be putting it in your mouth because it is a spicy oil. But you just use your thumb like that, right on the roof of your mouth with that diluted peppermint oil. I will also mix my peppermint with frankincense. I have found that this, for whatever reason, really helps me with headaches. Also works with just kind of helping me relax too. And I just use it neat, so right out of the bottle. Again, on my temples, across my forehead, and then I will also take this on my thumb, press it to the roof of my mouth. And for the most part, these two oils together work wonderful on me for headaches. So just one second, honey. So this really helps me. I would say just play around, but definitely start with peppermint, some of the other ones that we talked about earlier, and go from there. So I hope this helped you in treating your headaches in the future. Thank you.